It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Luke Kennard, guarded by Brandon Knight. Shot won't go. Oh, and a putback.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
Jackson to Drummond. Shot from in close, no good. Sexton to Love. Pass stolen by Detroit.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Rebound Drummond. The possession in favor of Detroit. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Griffin. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Knocks it down off the step back.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Jackson to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin missed his first. That one goes. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Nothing going here on that drive. Five on the shot clock. Fires the three. Misfires. It's no good. Pistons ball here. Blake Griffin, guarded by Brandon Knight. Jackson, down to Griffin.
One minute left in the first quarter.
Sexton. And scores. Strong take.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Sexton. Nothing going here on that drive. To Love. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Jackson to Griffin. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Deep three at the buzzer. We played one at Little Caesars Arena with the Pistons on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're tuned in to NBA Saturday Night on EA Sports. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
To Colin Sexton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Sexton loves the challenge. Flex those muscles. Hit the three.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Griffin. Gets it in the left corner. Screen coming. Jackson. And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot two.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Can't connect on the first free throw. No good on the and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Cleveland has the basketball. Sexton. Sizing up the defense. Sexton. Down to 5 on the 24. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Blake Griffin able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
To Colin Sexton. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. For 3. That no good. Off the mark. Griffin. Can't connect. Colin Sexton slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Jackson to Luke Kennard. 4-3. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. Cavs at the controls. Sexton. Takes stock of the floor. Sexton. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, Look out, Blake Griffin. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Sexton. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from long range. Like the toughness, but Colin Sexton off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jackson, down low for Griffin. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Pistons have the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Pistons dominated this matchup from the opening tip. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons. The Cavaliers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action. Screen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. It's Detroit's ball. Reggie Jackson here against Knight. To Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Sexton. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Osman's shot won't go. And draws contact. So, It's Griffin going to the line for two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Off the assist.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Pistons have it. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Has a look. Reggie Jackson. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sexton to Love. Here comes the screen. A lot of contact. No whistle. Jackson with it. It's a 9-point lead. To Luke Kennard. Oh, had him going there for a second. Jackson. Pulled in by Kevin Love. Knight into the front court. His guys down by 9. Not that time. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Drummond. Kennard to Jackson. From long range, defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. Love to Colin Sexton. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't get the bounce. Luke Kennard, guarded by Brandon Knight. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Thompson. Andre Drummond with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Jackson. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. To Love. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended, but Kevin Love still hits it from 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Time expires on the quarter. The Pistons with a nice advantage. Pistons basketball here to start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Sexton. To Love. Kevin Love. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Down to Griffin. Scores from the post.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Jackson with it. His guys leading by 14. To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. And the 2 for Blake Griffin.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Love. Nothing going here on that drive. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Jackson to Luke Kennard. Down low for Griffin. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good. Jackson with it. His guys holding the big lead. Down to Griffin. To Reggie Jackson. Kevin Love swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
1 minute remaining in the 4th quarter.
To Love. Here comes the screen.
Right.
Cavs with 4 to shoot. To Love. Here's a chance from long range. And Kevin Love, no hesitation, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Jackson to Griffin. Trying to cash in. How do you stop that? Knocks it down.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
The Pistons are the winners as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pistons could not have been more dominant in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Detroit Pistons. The Cavaliers did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Cleveland Cavaliers were terrible with their shooting, and I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team.
Player of the game.
Blake Griffin could not have been better defensively. The way he blocked shots and stole the ball today is what makes for an all-NBA defensive first-team player.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.